What's up, you guys? Your partner here. So we're here to talk about Titanfall 1. Not just a review in general of how it's come so far. I feel like these games have just been forgotten. And I mean, if you want somewhat to go back, and if you're playing Titanfall 2 right now and you want to understand a little bit of Titanfall 1 and where it's actually come, as in updates and how much content and just the improvements that it's made, I think it's definitely worth the try to go ahead and actually go into it. People might not even play this game because it was strictly just multiplayer. People might want to join this game only because there might not be enough player base for them. And we'll go ahead and talk about it from the PC side. It may not have been console because I don't have console. All I have is PC. So let's go ahead and talk about just what we really wanted in this game. Or I meant more like what we have and what we didn't get. Gameplay, I guess you could say, what we were introduced to. We were actually introduced to this tutorial, and the tutorial was so cool. I mean, they laid this out so perfectly. I mean, I was psyched to actually play this when it first came out. I got it actually when it first came out, and it's been really recent where I've actually just came back and just started playing it just because Titanfall 2 was just getting so much hype now, and we'll go ahead and actually do a video about that. Is just a very big leap to a different kind of game. It was introducing something that maybe Call of Duty couldn't even accomplish yet. It accomplished a lot, yes, but it accomplished something that was very different, and it actually brought an aspect, the parkour aspect, and I meant that was probably the thing that I wanted to touch the most. I just literally played the tutorial like 3 times. I kid you not. I played the tutorial 3 times because I liked the tutorial. It brought in just a simple aspect, and it was showing me that, hey, this is how you first start off on. You're just on this ship, and you're just going on. You're going into simulation to test all your skills, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I love that. I don't know why. It just caught my attention. It was just amazing. The gameplay, when I first touched it, I felt it was very fast-paced, and of course it is. Is fast paced. At first, when I first played it, I would get like 0 kills, and all I would do was kill grunts, because that's how I just love killing the grunts. But then when I finally got really into it, I finally understood the mechanics. I got more comfortable with the game. Put it aside that, yes, Call of Duty is a fast paced game as well. So in every single map, I felt like it was just fast paced, just the way it was laid out in general. We actually were able to parkour and jump and sprint like every other thing, and then they also kind of threw in, it was a zipline. That was so cool as well. Like, you were able to kind of interact with the world. I mean, you couldn't open doors and stuff like that. Give like a way to move around a bit. It kind of gave you, and that's what I liked. It wasn't Dust 2, and I meant no hate on Dust 2. I love Dust 2. Dust 2 is basically just a map with 3 sections. I meant, or you could have parkoured. It was just all up to you. You could have just been Titanfall. You could have ziplined to one location, a foot in the ground kind of troop, which I meant, yeah, it's kind of lameish, I'll admit, because that's not the point of the game. You could parkour, or just run it, or I meant zipline, depending how you're gonna go. So I meant that's what I liked about the game in general, was just the maps, because it was just so full of things to a location. It wasn't just one set location, it was several locations. I did feel that maybe, let's go ahead and talk about the gunplay, of course. That's pretty short and easy. We had a small selection of guns, which I meant it was kind of cool, because I meant no one would get like the super OP gun. Maybe they're just testing it out, see how everyone likes the guns in general, but there was a super limitation on guns. I literally stuck just this rifle once I got it. I didn't want to touch anything else. Now, with the gunplay, the only thing I have to say is that the attachments were really limited. I don't think there was that many attachments in every single gun. I mean, yes, you got the hollow sight, all that good stuff, but I felt like it really was super limited, and of course it was. Also, we have our pistols, and the pistols were very limited, of course, as well in selections. Rifles, SMGs, any gun you name that was in there was limited. Just as well that goes for the Titans. You basically, you had a variety, as such as like SMG, sniper, and shotgun. When it came down to what you can do with them, they were also super limited. I will say that in the gameplay, I do love the burn cards. The burn cards definitely give you a 1-up, especially if you found like reduced time of Titan by 80 seconds, that thing would just drop and you would definitely see it. I felt like that was probably the best part of Titanfall, is right there. Titans were the exact same way. We got only 3 chassis and you couldn't really do anything with them. So like you're like, yes, you can give them the rifles, yes, you can give them his abilities and nuclears, but you couldn't really customize these things, which I really wish we could see. I mean, Titanfall 2 kind of gets from it, but I kind of want just a little bit more. So the other thing that was kind of a little bit of a bummer was basically no story mode. I mean, we played the tutorial. The tutorial was pretty cool, but no story mode. Like, I meant we were all excited to get a story mode in Titanfall 2. We all heard it was coming out. We'll talk about that later. I don't want to go touch Titanfall 2 too much, because I want to leave that for another video. But let's talk about the multiplayer since we got a couple minutes left. Multiplayer for PC, I would say, in my opinion, that it's fairly good. It's not bad. If you played it a while back, it was actually really poor. The bad thing is, it only has attrition. That's the only bad part about this. It doesn't have any other game modes. Yes, they have them listed, and I mean, most likely it'll be attrition, frontier defense, or you get campaign. If you're trying to play different game modes, it's very rough. Unless you have a bunch of friends that you want to play Titanfall, I mean, you can probably get a community going to play different kind of game mode. I never got the chance to. It's really impossible as well, because everyone's playing Titanfall 2, so it's kind of on their hands right now. The one thing I will say, though, that is I love that they've done, that Respawn Entertainment has done, is that they have added all the maps for free. You buy Titanfall 1 for like $6, I kid you not. You can probably buy it like on any of those sites, and so that's what I feel like they did really great. The bad thing is, for, like I said, for PC, it is really just attrition, and that's all you're really gonna get. If you just want to play it, just to play it, $6 got in your pocket, go ahead, touch it. If you want to actually get the full experience, you're kind of gonna look out. For the console players, I'm not 100% sure. If you can, try to ask a friend on that one, because I cannot find any information. I heard the player base is almost a little similar, but there's of course more people playing because more people have consoles than PC. Bottom line, if you want to get the whole feeling for it, by means, get Titanfall 1. Especially if you're getting into Titanfall 2 a lot, I think it's just right just to go ahead and see how far they've came. Like I said, we're going to talk about Titanfall 2 and how it's basically evolved now. Alright, thanks guys for definitely watching the video. Go ahead and give a thumbs up. If you really didn't like it, please put the thumbs down, because I really need a lot of feedback. Go ahead and click the subscribe button as well. This also tells me whether or not you guys really want to watch them. I'm not sure how frequently we're going to be posting, but I feel like we're going to start posting more frequently than we normally would. Like I said, definitely trying to get to different kind of games. Like I said, we're going to be touching Titanfall 2 right after this, hopefully. Bern also talked about just some games that have not been really mentioned in the PC world. Also, go ahead if you guys want to. I have some links as well, link to G2A. It also goes to our Discord as well and our other sites. Feel free. See you guys later.